5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
You're watching Lights Camera Cricket. I'm Sushant Mehta. The reigning, defending IPL champions Mumbai Indians, who have won the competition as many as 4 times in the past, will take on the second best team in the tournament, Delhi Capitals, in qualifier 1. Whoever wins will seal a spot in the finals. Mumbai have already beaten Delhi twice in the league matches, but this year Delhi's captain Shreyas Iyer has said that this is another opportunity for his team to try and beat Mumbai Indians, and that the boys in the Delhi Capitals are desperate to win. Desperate. Interesting how Shreyas Iyer describes his situation against Mumbai. I'm joined by the greatest Indian opener, greatest Indian batsman of all time, Sunil Gavaskar, and the final word in cricket, Boria Majumdar. First to you, Sunny Bhai. Is there any cause of concern for the Delhi Capitals going into this big game against Mumbai, qualifier 1?
Well, firstly, as a Delhi captain, Shreyas, I'm worried about my own batting. The way I've got out in the last 2 or 3 matches, he has got out quite unnecessarily, looking to play the big shots. Yes. When the fielders there, when he's not really been batting there for a long time, he's just coming to bat. He's batting for 6-7 runs, and he's tried to play the big shot. When you play the big shot, when you're 20-25, you've got a fair measure of what the pitch is doing. You're on top of the bowling, so to speak. Therefore, you can play the big shots. But this is something that he will have to address himself. If he can do that, he's such a fine player. If he can get a 40, 50 or even a score bigger than that, then Delhi will be assured of a big total.
Right, Sunny Bhai, specifically on the bowling, because you see, bowling wins matches. So who has an edge? Mumbai versus Delhi as far as the bowling is concerned?
Well, Mumbai's got Bumrah and Bolt, who have bowled brilliantly. But then so have Kagiso Rabada and Nokia. But what Delhi have is they've got Ashwin. He's a very, very clever bowler.
Yes.
And if the pitch has got a little bit of turn, then Akshar Patel will also be a handful to play. So it depends on what kind of a surface it is. But on paper, the Delhi team certainly has a better balance attack as far as both pace and spin is concerned. Because Mumbai have only got Rahul Chahar, who's bowled really well throughout this tournament, but no other spinner at the other end to support him.
That's precisely what I wanted to hear. Music to my ears, Boria. Boria, Sunny Bhai says Delhi has, an edge as far as the bowling is concerned, but the batting is a concern for the Delhi Capitals. I know Shikhar Dhawan playing brilliantly, Ajinkya Rahane got runs, but Prithvi Shaw, Rishabh Pant, even Shreyas Iyer seem to be struggling at the moment.
Absolutely correct. I mean, the bowling needs to come into play, and only that can happen if the batting stands up and delivers. Yeah. So if the Delhi side, and here the Delhi side sort of has to put up a score on the board for the bowlers to be able to defend, or if they are defending it, then the batting side, I mean, that has to stand. 115 is what you scored in the other day. Yeah. Come on, Mumbai will be a walk in the park, whatever bowlers you put on that park. Because the middle order of the Mumbai Indians, and that's where the difference is so much, that even if there are 2 top order wickets against a Nokia or Rabada, you still have a Pandya, a Pollard, a second Pandya, an Ishan Kishan to take it. So that's the difference according to me. For me, the decisive clincher is Delhi batting. Bowling is on par. Delhi is good enough.
Listen,
if the batting holds up,
Boria,
then there is a fight.
Pollard is scary, I'll give you that. But the Pandyas don't scare me much. Well, I'm hoping that they don't tonight. But moving on, Sunny Bhai, as far as experience is concerned, Mumbai Indians, 4 times champions, Delhi never won the IPL. So as far as experience is concerned, Mumbai far, far ahead.
It does. It does because you've done something before. You know how to, like in a batting situation, you know how to get from a 30 to 40 to a 50, and then from a 70, 80 to 100. You know how to go about it. You know what the pitfalls are, where the loss of concentration happens, and how you have to guard against that. Similarly, with the bowling, you know when you have taken a few early wickets, how you have to come back and take wickets when you come back for a second spell, when the ball is probably not as hard, your fingers are tired, your shoulder is tired. But that comes with experience. So that's where Mumbai have a big plus, because they've won 4 times. They've been in the finals also a couple of times. So they've been in the thick of things quite a number of times more than Delhi Capitals. Delhi also have a young team. Delhi also have a young captain. So that is going to be, the worrying factor as far as Delhi is concerned. But when you look at sheer natural talent, then you look at some of the Delhi lads. You look at Prithvi Shaw, look at Rishabh Pant, look at the natural talent there. Look at Shreyas Iyer. And then there's, of course, the old Warhorse. I'm sorry, I'm using the word old. I mean experienced Warhorse, Shikhar Dhawan. That's a tremendous batting lineup. So if they click, then they could get to the final straight away.
Right, Sunny Bhai, Boria, stay with me. It's time now, you know, Sunny Bhai spoke about Shreyas Iyer. Time now to check out what's going on with Rohit Sharma. Every time the BCCI comes up with something over Rohit Sharma's fitness, the Indian opener tries to somehow contradict it. The opener was left out of the Indian team for the Australian tour following his injury, but Rohit surprised everyone by turning up for the match against Hyderabad despite Sourav Ganguly and Ravi Shastri showing us a very different picture as far as his fitness status is concerned. So, what's the real story about the curious case of Rohit Sharma's injury?
Rohit Sharma's injury status is becoming a case of snakes and ladders. Anything can happen anytime.
Well, big news here in Sharjah.
2 weeks after he injured his left hamstring, Rohit Sharma walked onto the field for the toss in an inconsequential match for Mumbai Indians. Rohit returned to action on the day when BCCI chief Sourav Ganguly advised him to tread cautiously following the reports of Team India physio.
If he has a tear, which has been reported by both the physios, it will not be easy for him to come back straight away. You know, because especially now, a month later, yes.
So red ball,
now,
there is a
yeah, definitely there is a chance if he gets fit, and because I have seen it as a cricketer, I've experienced it as a captain. Your fast bowlers at times have come and said, my hamstring's fine, my quadriceps is fine, I've bowled in the nets. But that match pressure and the match tension, the match nervousness is different. It actually makes your injury a bit more susceptible. Fingers crossed, you know, you want Rohit Sharma to play because he's a tremendous player.
Even head coach Ravi Shastri revealed that Rohit was in danger of injuring himself again as per the reports from the medical team. But Rohit insists he has recovered.
Again, good to be back. I'm looking forward to play a few more games here and then see what happens. Always nice to be on the ground doing what I love to do. So very happy about it.
And the hamstring was completely fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rohit Sharma was excluded from all the 3 squads for the tour of Australia, and the selectors named KL Rahul as the vice captain in limited over formats. The very same day when the squads for the tour of Australia were announced, Mumbai Indians posted a video of Rohit practicing in the nets, which again was seen as a message from the Mumbai opener. The question now is, will the match against Sunrisers Hyderabad be considered as his fitness test? And if yes, does he make it to the national team? Also the question of vice captaincy. If he is part of those squads, does he get his vice captaincy back? The chances for which look extremely bleak. Sports Bureau, India Today.
It's been a magnificent innings.
Right, so Sunny Bhai, the BCCI says we will continue to monitor Rohit's fitness and they do not include his name. By the way, the vice captain now for the Australian tour is KL Rahul. Rohit says, I'm absolutely fine, plays the last game. So your take on this BCCI versus Rohit Sharma, this whole episode that's going on?
Yes. Look, the BCCI's concern is quite genuine for the simple reason that BCCI is concerned with Indian cricket. And the Indian cricket team is going to Australia. So they were concerned about one of their main players, one of their star players, one certainty. And they were concerned about the fact that if the injury, if he does harm to the injury again, then he might not be able to play for Australia because his role in the on the Australian tour is going to be very, very crucial. So totally understand where BCCI's concern is. But Rohit wants to play. He's shown that he is fit in the game, the last league game.
Yes.
He looked very good running. He didn't score runs, which is understandable if you've been away from the game for a while. It takes a little time for you to get into your groove. But fielding-wise, he looked absolutely fine. Then at the toss and then later on at the presentation, he said he's looking fit. He's feeling fine. So the way I look at it is, my viewpoint is that I'm absolutely happy that he's back fit, and that's good news for Indian cricket. So that's the way I'm looking at it. What has happened in the past, just forget it. Just focus on today and focus on the future.
All right, Boria Majumdar, my good friend, the big question. Who is winning tonight and what do you expect from Rohit Sharma?
Firstly, I thought Sunil Gavaskar was spot on. Let me just clarify this for our viewers. And Saurav Ganguly said it to me very clearly. Rohit's fit, which he's going. So that's the bottom line. You wanted an answer on Rohit Sharma, a conclusive answer. He's there.
Yes.
He's going.
Yes.
Who's winning tonight? If the Delhi batting holds up, then there is a contest because the bowling is good enough. The Delhi batting will decide tonight. It will make you happy or it will make you sad, because I saw you trading with the previous Delhi shirt because you're unsure of this shirt. So you will get your answer by tonight.
Let me simplify it for you, Boria. Delhi Capitals winning tonight. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. I'll see you tomorrow, Boria. Welcome back. You're watching Lights Camera Cricket. I am Sushant Mehta. Now the Women's T20 Challenge is underway in the UAE. BCCI President Saurav Ganguly spoke on the tournament and the possibilities of a full-fledged Women's IPL. Have a look at this. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, Lights Camera Cricket, only on India Today.
Well done for pulling off the women's tournament. I mean, people said priority of the BCCI is only men's cricket. To be able to do this, create another bio bubble in the middle of the tournament, get the girls, get them all there, well done. I mean, tell me about that.
Yeah, India, I think we focus on every cricket, whether it's men's cricket, women's cricket, junior cricket, under 16 cricket, because infrastructure is very, very important, and every level of cricket needs to be looked at so that the team at the top becomes the best. And that's why India keep producing talent, because our under 19 structure and under 16 structure is also as good. Women's cricket all around the world has taken off. You see the women's final in Australia this year. They had 80,000 people at the MCG, which is as good as having a men's final. And India has done well. Were two back-to-back World Cup finals in England. They lost, and they lost at the MCG this year. So it's very important that we continue with the talent. It'll only get bigger. At the present moment, there is only 4 teams in the women's IPL, and I believe that in a couple of years' time, we are good enough to have a separate IPL with 7 teams, 8 teams, like the franchisee-based team for the women's as well.
That was my next question, Saurav. I mean, I've been speaking to a lot of these girls, whether it's Mithali, Jhulan, Smriti, and all of them. And the one question that they want to ask the president or want an answer for is that a priority? Do you really want, your vision is to do a full-fledged IPL? And what these girls have all, sort of the question that I see lurking around is, will they also get their bilateral series? Is that also a priority for the board?
Yeah, at the present moment, some of the other countries are not keen. We were supposed to go to Sri Lanka to play the bilateral, but obviously the Sri Lankan board are not keen to have cricket at the moment because of the health hazards and the COVID issues in their country. But yes, bilateral cricket will start. I was a little disappointed with the World Cup in New Zealand being postponed for a year. It would have been easily done, because New Zealand as a country, COVID cases are not there at all. But women's cricket is on the rise. It's up to the women to get better. Harmanpreet Kaur, Smriti, Shefali, Mithali has obviously been a legend for a long period of time. It's up to these young players to take the game forward, because I've always believed any sport will only go forward if the quality of that sport is the way upward. And I think women's cricket is on the way upward. We've seen for the last 3 or 4 years, India have consistently challenged the best, whether it was England in that World Cup, whether it was Australia in this World Cup. They have challenged the best, and hopefully they will win a World Cup very soon.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's play!
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.